Hello, my name is Dr. McDaniel. I'm going to be your instructor for the course, and I wanted to show you how to get into MyMathLab. It would be great if you could get in before class even begins on Monday. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to mymathlab.com. Once you go there, unless you are repeating this course, you will go to register. Now if you're repeating the course and you're using the same book that we have been using, if we're repeating it within the last couple semesters, you can click sign in and just use the course ID that I will email you in a separate email. If you are a brand new student, you're going to click register, and you have a choice. You can either buy the textbook that comes with a MyMathLab code, I believe all of them do in the bookstore, or you can just buy the access code online, and there's an ebook online in a PDF or Flash format. It's up to you. If it were me, I would buy the physical copy of the book. I don't really refer to it or assign problems from it per se, but being able to flip through a book and look at the examples and look at some of the vocabulary and explanations is valuable. But if you are one that doesn't need to do that, then don't do it. It is up to you. So you're going to register. Again, you can buy the access code online, or you can buy the physical copy of the book that comes with an access code. Once you get that, you're going to sign in. Now you will just have one class in here, and unless you're repeating it, this one here that we're going to have is Math 1000 on ground fall 13. Now some of the links may change positions here, but I wanted to give you a feel for how to get in. And let's go through the syllabus. I will also do this in class a little bit, but I want to go into a little more detail here. And if you want to, I will bring copies of the syllabus to class on the first day, but you are welcome to print you out a nice color copy of the syllabus and the outline if you want. But I will bring those the first day. Okay, so here's the syllabus. This is Math 1000. My name, Scott McDaniel. I'm currently in the Stark Ag building. There's a map on the last page of the syllabus if you don't know where that is, and most people don't, so don't feel bad. Here's my phone number, and here's my email. My email has changed, but I still get them from this address as well, so either one is fine. My new email address is scott.mcdaniel@mtsu.edu, but they both come to the same address, so either one's fine. I don't know my teaching schedule yet, so I have a hard time making out my office hours, but once I get those, I will give them to you. I should know them by Monday. Placement, I'll let you read that. Course description, let's just quickly talk about what we're going to learn in here. You are going to learn how to solve an equation. You are also going to learn how to graph an equation. You're going to learn about exponent rules, and polynomials, so graphs of lines and graphs of curved lines. In the last lesson, you're going to learn how to factor those and how to solve these types of equations. The materials I mentioned before, you can either buy this book, Essentials of Mathematics, Custom Edition, or you can buy an access code that has the ebook online. And I'll pull up a copy of that ebook if I think about it while I'm doing this video. You also need a calculator. You probably have one from high school if you're just recently coming out, but we'll be using the TI-83 or 84 for this course. Maybe not the very first day, or maybe we'll the second day. So try to go ahead and have this calculator. I've seen them on Craigslist or eBay for a little cheaper than you can get them in the stores. If it's any consolation, you will use that calculator for this course as well as your subsequent math course, whether that be the Gen Ed Math, College Algebra, or Statistics. And you do have to take one of those 3 courses. I'll let you read those learning outcomes. So the website, we've got mymathlab.com. We already know about that. If you don't get in before class, you definitely have to get in the first day on Monday. Make sure you get in. There is a trial access code if you don't have the funds immediately, but I discourage you from using that because once that trial access code is up, I believe you get 14 days. They may have changed it. There's nothing we can do. And a lot of the homework is done in MyMathLab, and a lot of the videos are done in MyMathLab. So you've got to get in. So go ahead and get that code. Just go ahead and get it in now. Testing and grading. There are 4 tests, 100 points each. Homework and classwork is 100 points. Quizzes are 100 points. And the final exam is 150 points. I know the percentages just kind of came out odd, 53 1/3. I wanted to give you that as well, just so you can kind of see what the weighting is. For test, no makeups, so don't miss a test. If you do miss one, I will let the final exam replace that missed test. The final exam will also replace a lowest test. So if you take a test, you don't do well on it, that's your lowest one. And if your final exam is higher than that lowest test, I'll use that to replace the test. Practice test. So each test will have a practice test. There are no surprises on my test. You will know exactly what is going to be on those tests. I give you a practice test for those tests. There's typically one paper practice test that we'll do in class or you'll do outside of class. There's also one that can be done on the computer, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like in a little bit. I'll even give you extra credit if you do the one on the computer. And I explain how the extra credit works, and I'll explain it again in class when we get a little bit closer to the first test. Homework. We will do a lot of homework online. So part of the homework is going to consist of watching a video lecture. So there's a little short 10 to 15 minute video lecture that I will put online that you'll be required to watch. And then if you need more practice, you can do some online homework. But we'll be doing a lot of problems in class. And I'll explain kind of how the class is set up here in a little bit. So it's crucial that you watch that video before coming to class. In fact, let me go and explain how the class is sort of set up. This class is going to be set up in what I call explore, flip, apply. So what do I mean by that? We're going to start class in general exploring some topic, maybe solving any equations or order of operations or whatever it happens to be. We may not have all the tools to finish that particular exploration. That's okay. It's kind of the point. The flip is outside of class. I give sort of a formal lecture that I've compressed into a video, generally between 8 and 15 minutes. Occasionally it goes a little bit. We have to watch 2 videos, and it's a little bit longer, but no more than 30 minutes. I really hope that I can hold to that. You'll watch that. We'll come back to class, and we will apply what we've learned. I will have given you the tools, or maybe some sort of systematic way to solve an equation, or how to graph an equation, or how to find the slope, whatever it happens to be. Then we'll come back to class. We will either finish that problem, or we will extend the problem, or apply this to a new problem or a new set of problems. Okay? So it may take some getting used to, but I hopefully it will work for everyone. Again, we'll be doing classwork nearly every class, and you've got to be in class in order to turn in this classwork. Will occasionally be taken up. If you have any problems with the videos at all, and I'll mention this in class, let me know ahead of time. Don't wait until you come to class. You say you didn't get a chance to watch the videos. You're going to be really lost in class. You're not going to really know. You're not going to have the tools. You basically miss the tools if you don't watch the video. So make sure you watch that video. Quizzes. We're going to have several short, very short. Most of them are between 3 and 5 questions. Quizzes. These are done online, and you can do these multiple times. I want to say you can do them 5 times before the due date. Final exam, in about 15 weeks, take a final exam. I'll be honest with you, question for question, it's the easiest test you're going to take. What makes the final hard is that it's everything. It's everything that we've done all semester, and I'll prepare you for that. There's a review for the final. There's a paper copy review. We'll review in class. There's going to be an online version of the practice final, so you will be well prepared. I'll do my best to prepare you, but you've got to do some of the work. And I think you certainly understand that. Attendance, make sure you're here. It is going to be vital that you're here every day. Don't miss. It's sort of the carrot to give you an incentive to come. If you don't miss any more than 1 class and you're not tardy, I'll add 20 points to your lowest test grade. So keep that in mind. The grading scale is 675 to 750 is an A. So this is basically 90 to 100 is an A. 80 to 90 is a B, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, and below 70% is failing. So make sure you get above 70%. Note that we don't give D's in this course. You have to get a C or above to pass the course. If you have a disability, let me know. We have my math lab, which is the online part of the course, but we also have a physical math lab, a tutoring lab, free drop-in tutoring. You get free tutoring. It is in the SAG. There's a map, I believe, on the last page of the syllabus on where that is. I will mention that in class. Once I get the hours firmed up, I will let you know. Emailing me. I respond really well to email. So just some practical considerations when you're emailing me. Include your name in the course in the body of your email. Be specific. If you're replying to one of my emails, it's best to include your reply and so forth. I'll let you read the other ones, but occasionally I'll get an email that says, I'm stuck with chapter 4. Be no name, no course, a pretty generic question that I can't really help a lot with. I mean, if you give me a generic question, I'll probably have to give you a generic response because I don't even know what course you're in. So be really specific. And I'm pretty good at getting back to you. Here's the lottery scholarship. I'll let you read that. If you do not start showing up to class, if you quit coming for 2, not that you would do that, but if you did, I'm sort of obligated to report you on the unofficial withdrawal roster. So make sure this can affect your financial aid, scholarships, and things like that. Academic misconduct. Don't cheat. I'll let you read through what sort of constitutes academic misconduct. And general conduct in class. These are some things I had to put on the syllabus. There's a map to my office right up there. In the Stark Ag building right beside the nursing building across from all the high rises. We may even take a field trip over here because the math lab is over here in 202 as well. Okay, come back on here. So here is the outline. So I'd recommend print the syllabus out, although I'm going to give you one, but print the outline out as well. So here's a tentative outline. I haven't taught this course in a while, and I'm trying something a little new. This Explore, Flip, Apply. So I only really have the first unit prepared on kind of what's going to be going on. After that, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing, but I'll have a good idea. So this is sort of a tentative outline on what's going to be going on. And in class, I will let you know each time what's going on, and I'll probably send everybody an email or an announcement through my math lab on what to do. We pretty much follow a linear path through the text based on the outline. So we'll do 1.8, then 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, skip 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, you get the picture. Okay, so print this off. We got a couple catch-up days built in, review days, tests, and so forth. So what we'll be exploring, flipping, and I didn't have room to put the apply, but you don't really need to know that anyway. Okay, so I can print that off as well, but I'll give you a copy of that as well in class. Let me show you the videos. So for instance, this is the introductory video that I'll put in my math lab, but I'll also email it to you. Let's look at Unit 1. So let's suppose we're in class, we finish our exploration of order of operations and distributed property. But we need some more tools. And so you're going to come over here and you're going to watch a video on the order of operations. And so what I recommend is that you print off either the PowerPoint notes or the video lecture examples. I don't care which one you print off. So here's the video lecture examples. And this is what the video is going to be on. Okay, so I pulled off just these are the examples that I do in class. Okay, so we have maybe 10 examples or so. Some of them with a few parts. Or you can print out the PowerPoint notes. The PowerPoint notes are a little bit longer. I think I give you about 3 slides per sheet, and with some little spot to put some notes on each sheet. So here, this is 5 pages long. So if you want to save a tree, you can just write down some of the vocabulary, and I put some notes here in the PowerPoint that you wouldn't necessarily have in the video lecture examples. Things like this do not show up in the example. The examples are pretty much just the examples. And you don't even have to print those off. You can just write on your own paper. It just sometimes with some of the assignments, it'll save you a lot of writing. This one wasn't that big a deal, but some of the other ones that have a lot of application problems and maybe have grids for graphs, I think it's helpful to have these available. Then once you print that off, you're going to click on the videos. Now I'll be honest, these first couple are a little longer than intended, but that's what they are. So click on the video. So it's going to give you the option to watch video and take quiz or watch video only. If this is your first time watching the video, put your name, email, put watch video, and take quiz. It's a self-assessment quiz, really just to sort of keep up with where you are. Usually maybe between 1 and 3 little self checks per video. Go ahead and do that. That'll let me know. Also let me know, and we'll be okay. Now, if you're going to come back and watch it, you don't have to take the quiz again. So only the first time that you watch it would you need to do that. And I can talk more about that in class. Once you do that, you're done. That is, in a sense, your homework for the most part. Now, occasionally you will be given a quiz. And I'm not sure if I've set these up yet. But every couple sections, there's a quiz. So you click on quizzes and tests, and I'll let you know in class when these come up. So there is a one over 1.8. But you do this after we go through the application part in class. And I'll tell you when those are due. These are usually really short, 3 to 5 questions. Actually, the quizzes may be a little bit longer than that. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, depending upon how many learning outcomes we have per section. And you can do those again multiple times. If you need more practice, there is some optional homework. So right now I just have the first unit assigned. So if you're one, and I would be one like this, give me some problems to practice on and make sure I've got this down. You can come in here and do some of these problems. And it's really a nice system. It gives you, we'll do maybe these first couple here. It'll give you some help aids. You can do these problems until you get them right. But as of now, these are not going to be part of the grade. So here, write the product and exponential notation. Just click in here. This would be z cubed. So here's a little subscript. And let's say we missed it. We said z squared. I can press check answer. It's going to kind of give me a hint here, but let's say I miss it. You get 3 times on this. It's going to tell me the right answer. I can redo that problem, right, until I get a bunch of green checks. So y cubed, and then check answer. Cool. Now, if we need to help on one of these, let's do this next one. If I need help on one of these, I can come over here and click on View an Example or Help Me Solve This. Or even some of them have videos, and I click on Textbook. It will pull that problem up. This is fairly new. Connect to a tutor. I've not experienced with that, so you can try doing that if you want, or ask my instructor. This will actually email the problem directly to me. I recommend you using this one after you've exhausted these other resources. And when you're done, you can click Save, and I can see who's going in there and doing that. So after that first test you don't do well, I may strongly suggest that you end up doing some of these optional problems. But we're going to do quite a few problems in class. So you may feel you don't need this, you may feel you do. I leave that up to you early on anyway. During the second unit, we may end up making that part of your assigned homework. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't want to overwhelm you with all the stuff that's in here. We'll talk more about this. Once you're in, you'll have some experience with it, and we can talk more about it. I just want to show you one more place where that ebook is. So click on Chapter Contents. And we are not doing these P chapters. If you think you need some extra additional help, these P chapters are sort of pre-content. Like if you're confused on how to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators, they go into a little more detail here. We're actually starting here with chapter 1.8, but we can drill into here and click on 1.8, and you can see the e-text right here. And this will be exactly the same thing as if you had the print copy of the book. Again, I leave it up to you if you want to get the print copy or just get the code online and use the book. And so here is where 1.8 starts. Let me see if I can move over here. And this is exactly the same thing that would be in the book. You can advance the pages and so forth. And there's a lot more that you have in here. You can certainly poke around once you get in. I will be sending this video out before class, so hopefully you're watching this before class. But if maybe you added the course right on Monday or you missed the first day, this should help you get in. So I look forward to working with you semester. And again, if you have any questions, don't feel to hesitate. Don't fear to send me an email.